Become a professional American Red Cross certified lifeguard today. You must be at least 15 years of age, be able to swim 500 yards nonstop, retrieve a 10-pound weight from the bottom of a pool, and pass a written test. Lifeguard training classes are signing up right now. For more information, call 664-3018. That's 664-3018.
Collinwood Field. We are in the final game of All-Star action. John Good and Tim Wells in the house. Happy holidays, folks. We hope you are enjoying the holiday season so far. And John, when we're talking about Varsity All-Stars, these is the oldest age group we have, 12, 13, 14. We're probably going to see a lot of skill today.
Yeah, we're going to see a lot of skill today, Tim, and these guys are ending their Muny football career on a high note. Not only are they great football players, but they're also good students. In order to qualify for this game, you got to be right in the classroom, but their performance on the field has propelled them to represent their organizations in tonight's game.
Well, first of all, as everybody is around the house waiting for the big man to come through and give you the best gift, we're out here to give you one more time to look at the Cleveland kids shine. So without further ado, we're going to go over to Jason Dunn for the player introductions. Jason?
Welcome to Collinwood Athletic Complex. Today, we have the 2017 Varsity Division All-Star Game. We will start with the player introductions for the Varsity National Division. First, we have number 80 from the Umoja Jaguars, Stanley Turpin Jr. Number 32, representing the Gunny Park Gators, Eddie Lewis. Number 20, representing CMHA Field Column Renegades, Donald Jackson. Number 14, representing the CMHA Field Column Renegades, Antonio Patterson. Number 28, representing the Gunning Gators, Eddie Starks. Number 1, representing the East 88th Street Browns, Jason Austin. Number 34, representing the CMHA Field Column Renegades, Darrell Bedingfield. Number 7, representing the CMHA Renegades, Marvin Conco. Number 10, representing the East 88th Street Browns, Maurice Hardman. Number 70, representing the Gunny Park Gators, Trayvon Johnson. Number 88, representing the Westside Wolverines, LeVar Johnson Jr. Number 25, representing the Umoja Jaguars, Eric Jones Jr. Number 26, representing the Broadway Comanches, Rayshawn Kennedy. Number 52, representing the Westside Wolverines, Deshaun Laster. Number 72, representing the Broadway Comanches, Deontay McGee. Number 33, representing the Westside Wolverines, Makai Perot. Number 12, representing the Gunning Gators, Mario Yap. Number 22, representing the East 88th Street Browns, Roderick Williams. Number 44, representing the CMHA Renegades, Javante Floyd. Number 86, representing PAL 6, Darnell Palm. Number 40, representing the CMHA Renegades, Deion Floyd. Number 36, representing the Gunning Gators, Isaiah Sago. And number 46, representing CMHA Renegades, Raphael Williams. Now for the American All-Stars. Number 6, from George Monroe All-Stars, Zaid Abdullah. Number 8, representing the Cleveland Stallions, Jesse A.G. Freeman. Number 35, representing the Cleveland Stallions, Travion Barrow. Number 3, from the Glenville Panthers, Demetrion Bell. Number 12, PAL 6 Red Dogs, Aaron Burton. Number 22, Ohio Cardinals, Isaiah Carter. Number 23, Ohio Cardinals, Darius Darman. Number 1, from Sims Raiders, Elijah Folks. Number 10, from Lake Erie Sharks, Christian Frazier. Number 18, from the Ohio Cardinals, Jackson French. Number 2, from the Ohio Cardinals, Devontae Green. Number 17, from your Northeast Ohio Saints, Marcus Harrell. Number 5, from Ohio Cardinals, Davion Harris. Number 4, from the Cleveland Stallions, Travion Johnson. Number 29, from the Glenville Panthers, Joseph Littlejohn. Number 20, from the Sims Raiders, Joseph Meeks. Number 28, from the Ohio Cardinals, Drayvon Merritt. Number 21, from the Cleveland Warriors, Jamarion Moore. Number 14, from the George Monroe All-Stars, Thomas Pondexter. Number 9, from the Lake Erie Sharks, Cameron Smith. Number 34, from the George Monroe All-Stars, Javon Terry. Number 13, from the Lake Erie Sharks, Sidon Williams. Number 7, from PAL 6 Red Dogs, Carlton Yarbrough Jr. And number 31, from the Ohio Cardinals, Khalil Pipkins. Would everybody please rise for the singing of the national anthem?
We are moments away from the final All-Star game here of Cleveland Muni football season 2017. It's the varsity division. And folks, when you saw them line up and you saw the national anthem today, you are looking at many players that will not return for the 2018 season as they'll move on to school ball. And John, if I'm a high school coach and I'm not here today, shame on you, because you're missing some talented players with excellent grades. And again, the young coaches behind, you see them right there shaking hands and wishing everyone good luck. They're the unsung heroes that really make it all happen.
Yeah, they sure are, Tim. And there's a lot of sad coaches out there on the field today that see the end of these great young men coming to an end in Muni football. Their careers have expanded over the last 6 years of their lives. Some of them 7 years. They had them since they were 6 years old. And you know, you get to know the family, the moms, the dads, the kid himself, and just a proud moment for them to be able to coach them in this prestigious game. We have a lot of pride going on today.
Well, first we're going to take a look at the officials that are going to call today's game. They're certified through the Ohio High School Athletic Association. They've been working the league all year long, and they'll do the All-Star game here today. Again, a group of outstanding, and they're all volunteering their services. Ralph King is our head referee, 31 years as an official, graduate of Shaw. Marlon Henson, he'll be the umpire. First year as a referee, graduate of Bedford High School Bearcats. And Julian Reeves, he'll be the line judge. He's a graduate of Cleveland Heights High School. And on the far right, he's our head linesman, Leroy Suarez, a graduate from Lincoln West. Yes, he's a Wolverine and a very avid baseball and football sports fan in the Cleveland community. But again, John, they'll deal with some of the special rules, and let's talk about those for the All-Star game.
Yeah, player safety is the utmost importance out here, giving these guys to showcase their talent. So there'll be no blitzing in this division. As for our divisions on the field for the defense, the team defense's game timeouts or 8-minute quarters. Mandatory play rule, all players must play. Okay, so everybody will get a chance to get in. The special teams, the kicking plays, they are going to be subject to no rushing on the punts and on the kicks for extra points, only on the inside, and there'll be kickoffs from the 50-yard line permitted in this varsity game only.
So again, as we mentioned throughout the games today, as well as all season long, we want you to be part of our telecast today, as we'll be selecting an outstanding players. We'll see if you can match our illustrious stat crew. We're going to give you their names right off the rip, so when you see them in the streets, if they get it wrong, you can pick on them. One is Ezra Stokes. Again, he's a teacher in the CMSD. He's also one of the coaches over here at Collinwood High School. Been around the league probably longer than 20 years at least, I can remember. And a graduate of the Collinwood Railroaders is in the house. Malcolm Morris Jones, they'll be the ones selecting the outstanding player. You'll see if you can match him at the end of the day. So it's not us, it's not the referees. They'll be selecting the players. But again, it's great to see all the coaches coming together. And again, Ralph King will be out there trying to keep everybody in line and doing his normal thing as far as what we're going to do. So, John, you know, it's been a great year overall. You know, we'll have a chance to talk to Patty Jameson at halftime. She's with Key Bank, and they've been an avid sponsor of the Muni football for a number of years. Every time I see her, I know we're at the end, and it's a closing of another season. But as we know, it's much more than the game of football.
Yeah, it is, Tim. And, you know, the thing that really caught my attention during this All-Star season is the relationship these young men have built amongst themselves. They play against each other. They have great pride within their organizations and their teams. And now they get a chance to talk and compare notes with a opponent from across the city. These guys have linked up. They have very similar likes and dislikes, and you know, exchanging numbers, email addresses, wishing each other well going into high school. Some of them A lot of them will be attending high school together. And, you know, this could be the beginning of a very fruitful football career for a lot of these players. You know, the Ted Gins, the Troy Smiths, the Dante Whitners, the Frank Clarks. They all began right here, the Chris Chambers, the Cecil Shorts. We can go on and on, Tim, naming kids that have played in this league and propelled themselves to great college and even NFL careers.
So again, this is the beginning. This is where it all starts in the Muny football leagues, and you've seen the kids starting as young as the Termites and the 6 to 8 year olds, the JV 9 to 11, and now today the 12 to 14. Again, our temperature today is, again, beautiful day out there as far as no rain, typical cloudy day.
It is.
Fall-like season. You'll see the change of the colors of the trees, and it's kind of reminding me how close we are to the holiday season. And for moms and dads at home, I know you look forward to it with a lot of excitement with your kids. But I've also heard moms and dads say, oh boy, here comes the holidays. Protect the bank book, because it'll be a hectic time during the holidays. Got to make sure all those kids get what they deserve as far as if they've been good. So hopefully the young people watching today remember you earn everything you get, and you want to make sure you're thankful and grateful for what has happened. And as John and I have talked about, how much thankful and gratefulness we got.
Yeah, and you mentioned, Tim, about the high school coaches that are here today taking a look at these kids. This is playoff season in Northeast Ohio. It's really intense. A lot of players that play in this league are in the playoffs right now, and they started again right here with Muny football, and this is where these coaches have come and scouted them for years, and they're looking to pick some more cream of the crop, and that's what we have here today, the best of the best. So they're in for a good show. I think the key for most of the coaches, staffs, are to make sure that there's no mistakes, that there's play execution out here, and there's least amount of penalties as possible, because that can, you know, slow down your momentum and ruin the chances of getting in the end zone.
So again, you know, I go back, John, and I'm sure that when you watched your son go through the beginning level of football and all the way through, what's the role of a parent? What should the role of a parent be when the kids in youth football today?
Well, you know, it's a heck of a sacrifice. You know, it seems like it's all about the kid, and it really is. But what you really want to concentrate is just cultivating an environment, Tim, of learning. You know, giving them everything that they need, the support that they need for the academics in the classroom, making sure that the meals are ready when they get home so they get the proper nourishment, making sure that they get the support in the academics, because when they get finished, they get home, they eat. It's about 8 o'clock at night. They got homework. They study till about 11, and then it's time to go to bed. And then you got to pull them out of bed in the morning at 6:30, and get them off to school. So it's a heck of a sacrifice, but it's well worth it, because once you see how they flourish as young people and they're ready to go on to college, independent, making good decisions, that's what the parent likes to see, and that makes them proud.
Again, our special thanks to all the volunteer coaches as well as the sponsors, just to mention a few that have been a big part of Muny football. First of all, obviously the city of Cleveland, TV 20 coming in your house right now, the Cleveland Metropolitan School District, Boyd Watterson, Todd and Associates, Cleveland Browns Foundation, M&R Distribution Services, Ozan Medical Mutual, Cleveland Clinic. Boy, did they play a role this year with providing medical trainers for all the varsity games throughout the entire season at all the games. And again, the special people that have been a part of us for many, many years. Patty Jameson, Tim Highland, the Troy Smith Foundation, and the George Group. We thank you so much for making this possible.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Especially Cleveland Clinic, the player safety awareness has been really heightened over the last few years, and they've done a great job with their support.
So the team in the navy blue and the white, they'll be called the National All-Stars, and kicking off for them is Maurice Hardiman from the East 88th Street Browns. We are underway from Collinwood Field for the Varsity All-Star Game. The ball will be kicked out of bounds. And again, they will have the option here. And it'll be up to what they're going to want to do here. They can take it where it goes out. They also have the option of making him re-kick, or they can place the ball at midfield. So it'll be up to that receiving team to see exactly what they want to do.
Yeah, I believe they're going to take the ball and get the offense on the field and try to get them in the rhythm right away. So I wouldn't be surprised if you see them handing the ball off to get this offensive line a good tempo, Tim, so that they can get some positive yards and get some momentum.
And for the moms and dads who are at home, you're looking like, well, how were they selected? They were selected by their coaches. And they're going to start it right there at the 35-yard line, not the 50. That's where it's supposed to start.
Muny rules on the 40.
Don't go back up there, y'all. He can't come down the stairs. He can't come down by himself. He's scared.
Kicking out of house. Kicking team by rule. Ball will be placed at the 40-yard line. First down.
So they're going to move the ball up 5 more yards, I would hope. They realize that they're on the 35. And they will walk the ball up 5 more yards. Well, I'll tell you, this guy's got more conventional meetings than the Pope. Comes to the referees.
They want to get it right, Tim. They want to get it right.
I understand.
Yeah.
I understand.
Correction. 25 yards from the spot of the kick will place the ball at the 25.
Well, did they get it right, John?
We'll check and see, Tim, when we get a timeout. They want to go with it. They're going to make them kick it off again there.
Watch out, watch out.
They want better field position.
So after all that, folks, we will get a start here. No, your TV is working fine. This is not a replay.
They thought they were going to get favorable field position when they saw they were going to get it on the 25-yard line. They figured they would go ahead and kick it over, make them kick it again. So we'll see if he can get it up in the air this time and get it deep.
So Maurice Hardiman, and again, folks, for you at home, I think they've had a total of 3 practices this week because they had just finished their championship games, so they didn't have much time to put it together.
Yeah, they're going to say they had to at least penalize the kicking team something.
5 yards, yep. So here we go. One more time. The start of the varsity all-star game, and this one is for real.
There we go.
And a great kick downfield. He'll pick it up, and he could be in big trouble before they get done with this. He breaks outside.
Oh, he got a wall. He's got a wall.
He can go a long way, and he'll finally bring it all the way up, and there's some laundry on the field. All the way back to the 32. And Dion Floyd, number 40, finally brought him down, John.
Yeah, it was excellent. It was like a rocky beginning at the start of that play, but he was able to corral it and get upfield. As you see him right here, cuts up inside, and number 10 puts his head right on the ball. The ball comes out. There's a fumble. The ball is on the ground. But it looks like the American team was able to get on it.
So that was Maurice Hardiman, the kicker, that actually made the tackle.
We got a penalty on the receiving team.
During the return, legal block in the back. Return team, number 14. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. First down.
You know, Jan, I tell you what, those are the times you don't want to hear your number.
Yeah.
I called that on Pine Dexter. Hit from George Monroe. So first down and 10. Again, these are all players from the Muny Football League that played all season long. Looking to throw. And throw deep they are. And not a catchable ball, so therefore no flag on that one. But again, throwing the pass. Strong arm here, John.
Yeah, Jackson French just backs up and heave holds. You got to put a little bit more air on it in order to give his receiver a chance to run up under it. Just to let him a little bit too far as number 9 there was trying to run up underneath it. Cameron Smith from the Lake Erie Sharks just couldn't quite hook up right there. You'd like to start off with short intermediate passes, Tim, to get the quarterback's confidence up before you start those long ones.
Second down, 10. Hit immediately. Number 44. Again, Javante Floyd on the tackle.
Yeah, Javante Floyd came up and laid the wood on the running back right there. CMHA Renegades had the top-ranked defense in Muny football this year, giving up no points during the regular season. And you can see why right there on that play. Ball is out, too.
Third down, we'll call it 11.
Looks like they have Jackson French running the plays in from the sideline. I know they got to hurry up and get this play off. I know the play clock is winding down pretty quick.
Looking to throw, this time deep.
Got a man. Oh!
It was nearly intercepted at first, John. I thought he was wide open. But give credit to number 1, Jason Austin from the Browns, as he was able to get back in time.
Yeah, he was able to get a hand in there. Jackson heave-hoved it to one of his favorite receivers during the season, Devontae Green, who almost had a connection right there, but great job by the defender from the Browns.
So it's fourth down. We'll call it about 11, but they've decided they're going to punt, so they've informed the teams that it'll be a punt so they can have no rush except from the outside.
Smart decision.
Kick downfield. It's going to roll all the way down to almost the 41-yard line.
Yeah, good job on that punt. And we got a flag on the play. Huh.
So now we have a penalty on the play.
It's about a 45-yard punt, too. Excellent punt. National League team didn't field it. And they got an American League role, so National League will start in their own territory as we get an explanation on what the flag is all about and communicate with the coaches. Ralph King and Suarez together talking. Looks like the American League's gonna keep the ball, Tim.
Illegal participation. Receiving team participating with 12 men on the field. By rule, spotted from the previous spot, 15 yards, first down.
Yep.
That's called too many men on the field, folks, in English terms.
Yeah.
And that's a huge penalty. Now it puts the American team back out on the field at 1st down and 10.
So Jackson French and the offense can go back to work out here. You probably see something on the ground. Try to get this offense rolling.
So it's 1st down and 10. The ball will be on the 35-yard line. Now, John, I know that these kind of games are to let the players just enjoy and have a good time, show some skills. But that first series, 2 long passes, they ain't going to get it done here.
No, it's not. That's why I like to see the quarterback throw some short intermediate routes, Tim. You got an excellent passer in French, who's got great accuracy as well. But we'll see what the coaches dial up this second series. Right up the middle. Nice big play before he's finally brought down by number 22. Roderick Williams from the East 88th Street Browns. Yeah, but enough for a 1st down here. Yeah, good job by Travion Johnson of the Cleveland Stallions, just getting upfield. Offensive line coming off the football. Hat on the hat. As you take a look at Travion right there. O.H. Perry, 8th grader, 14-year-old merit roll student.
1st and 10. Same play. This time he was brought down by number 40, Deion Floyd.
Yep, nothing fancy, just going right at him. Looks like Dorsey, the head coach of the varsity division for the Ohio Cardinals, is calling the plays for the American team. That's his quarterback out there, knows what he likes, and he's getting his offensive line involved. That's very important in a game like this.
Off tackle, still going. Finally brought down, but enough yardage for another 1st down. Again, Deion Floyd on the tackle.
Yeah, and as you can see right here, Jackson just turns and gives it to the fullback Poindexter from George Monroe, who's just does what he's been doing all season long, Tim, and that's running hard and running over and through people as he picks up that 1st down. That's a tough young man right there. Disappointing showing in the championship game, but he's earned his way to this All-Star game to show what type of skill he has.
1st down and 10, 4 minutes to go in the 1st quarter. Just underway from Collinwood Field.
Wow.
And he came up and hit, and there's a fumble on the play.
Wow.
And it's a turnover.
Wow.
Again, Deion Floyd with the hit. Or Javante Floyd with the hit. I tell you, you could feel it, you could hear it.
Just another example of why the CMHA Renegades was the #1 defense in the Muny Football League in this varsity division, Tim. You got players like Darrell Bedingfield and Javante Floyd leading the way and putting hits on opponents like that. It's tough for them to play hard for the rest of the game when you're getting smacked around.
So 1st down and 10. Nationals will take over the ball on the 35. They're going to swing it to the outside. He's got room to run. And brought down from behind by number 23, Darius Darman from the Ohio Cardinals.
Yeah, this is just a nice little swing pass, and I like the call, a short pass, Tim, to get it out to his running back right there, and looks like a teammate, to get the ball upfield and pick up some 1st down and some confidence on this offense.
1st and 10. Trying to keep it, nothing doing. Uh-oh. Then you got a fumble, but they do recover. Number 70 fell on the football. And again, Devon Jeremiah Moore and Raven Merritt.
Yeah, just a terrible mess right there, Tim. Again, just a culmination from not practicing too much. But luckily, Trayvon Johnson from the Gutting Park Gators was in the right place at the right time to fall on that ball and keep it in the Nationals' hands as they approach midfield.
2nd down, 12.
Quarterback draw.
Big yardage, 40, all the way down to the 32-yard line. He was brought down by number 6, Zaid Abdullah from George Monroe All-Stars.
Yeah, good job by Marvin Conkle right here to trick the defense and thinking he's going to make a pass and just gets the ball upfield. Picked up a few blocks from one of his teammates right there. Number 20, Donald Jackson, able to pick up a huge first down.
And Marvin Conkle was the offensive MVP of this year's championship game.
We got two.
1st and 10.
Quarterback, Simon.
And they fall on it right there.
Trying to eliminate the mistakes. Got to eliminate the mistakes.
So just under 2 minutes to go. 2nd down and 11.
That's when you fight a quarterback, all right? Wide side. Move up.
I'm looking for a pass right here, Tim. Probably Conkle will give a short pass to one of his teammates right in the backfield. He's doing a little extra communicating. Oh, he ran it. Wow.
34 from the George Monroe All-Stars, Javon Terry.
That was a hell of a play right there by Terry. Very quick in the hole right at the line of scrimmage. That was a big stop right there. Puts the national team in a 3rd and long situation. The American team has got to come up with a big stop right here to get this ball back after the turnover deep in the national territory.
So 3rd down, we'll call it 12.
Watch that quarterback keeper. Watch the ball. Hey, safety. Eyes up, Thomas. Eyes open. Eyes up. Go get him. Good job.
They were there, John.
They were. Excellent job by the defensive backs on that side. Conkle just looks to the right, lets it fly, gets his receiver right there, number 26.
Keep everything in front of you.
And number 9, Cameron Smith from the Lake Erie Sharks on the tackle. It'll be 4th down and 12. We don't know if they'll get it off here. And they should be stopping it right here as the clock ran out. But somebody's finally noticed it. So we'll go to the other end of the field and put the ball on the 35-yard line. But after 1 quarter of play, defense, and a lot of mistakes, Mr. Good.
Yeah, a lot of mistakes, Tim, and turnovers, too. The ball's been on the ground several times, but only one time was able to turn it over to the national team.
As you know, it is getting that time of the year, the holiday season, and what's coming up next? We're going on the hardwood floors. It's basketball time in the city of Cleveland. And again, this is the best time right now to go to your local recreation centers. Girls and boys are signing up right now at all Cleveland recreation centers. Again, it is for ages 8 all the way through 17. We also have a Pee-wee program for young kids 6 through 8 at your recreation centers. Again, equipment is provided, the uniforms are provided, and again, it's league play at your rec centers, and then they'll go on to March Madness. We call it every year in the Division of Recreation. So please pick up the phone. If you have questions about girls basketball, kick up the phone right now and call 664-2014. For the boys basketball, that number is 664-3535. Again, that's free to you, the citizen of Cleveland. So please take that opportunity to get out there and play and have a good time. You think you're LeBron James? Well, bring it on, and let's see it right there at all the recreation centers.
I can't wait to see the next LeBron James. He's out there somewhere, or she's out there somewhere.
I'll tell you what, our kids never cease to amaze me.
No, they don't. No, they don't. We're looking at some pretty wonderful ones here today on that last play. Rashawn Kennedy from Broadway Comanches and Cleveland School of Arts couldn't quite get the big play shake loose from those American team defenders to get a first down. So it leaves a 4th and long, and looks like the Nationals are going to go for it.
Tell you what, folks, we're going to take a timeout and we'll be right back.
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
Okay, welcome back to Collinwood Field.
Oh, he's got a man open, Tim. Oh!
Threw it to the wrong side of the shoulder there. He was open, though, John.
Yeah, he was. He had number 20 right there, his teammate. Donald Jackson streaming right down the seam. Donald made an adjustment a little too late with the ball. I don't know if he picked it up late or what, but it looked like he was looking it in for about 4 or 5 steps and turned it the last minute when it went to the outside. If he had adjusted a little bit earlier, he still would have been able to catch that. So nonetheless, they turned the ball over on downs.
First down and 10. The American All-Stars will take over the ball. Still no score. 7:55 just underway here in the second quarter.
I look for the American team to come back what worked for them in that first quarter, and that is just hand the ball off straight ahead, pounding it. We've had some personnel changes in the second quarter per the rules as alternating players to give everybody a chance to play offense and defense. There it is, right off tackle on the right side.
And again, there is a flag on the play.
He was moving while he was there.
Yeah, Carlton Yarborough Jr. from Washington Park, an 8th grader, and Pal 6 Red Dogs in at quarterback right now. So he'll be running the plays in and out for Coach Dorsey.
Before the snap, false start, offense. 5-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
Okay. Hopefully we can cut down the penalties, but now we got a new unit out there. It's not surprising.
And again, that's part of the All-Star rules, that if they play offense in the first quarter, second quarter they'll play defense. Now in the second half, the coach will have the freedom to move those players in and out as they see fit. So first down, 15.
Good job, good block. Excellent cut.
A nice run before he's finally brought down by Deion Floyd. Again, we've been calling his name all day long.
Yeah, Devin Harris right here takes the ball, just heads right upfield, covers up as he goes into traffic, making some real good cuts. Floyd's holding on for dear life, waiting for his teammates to come give him a hand. As you can take a look right there at Harris.
2nd down and 1. Handoff, hit in the backfield, and it looks like they're going to stop him right there. And number 20 and 25, Donald Jackson, and number 25 came up with the hit.
Yeah, Harris doesn't go down easy, Tim. He was in there fighting, trying to get as many positive yards as he could. Couldn't quite get it done, so now we're looking at a 3rd down and about 4, I would say.
So now we got a timeout, our first timeout of the ball game, called by the Ohio Cardinals coach. Again, Charles Dorsey is their head coach. So it'll be 3rd down and 4. 6:27 to go. We want to remind you that halftime we'll have a chance to sit down and chat with Patty Jamison from Key Bank on their involvement in the Muny Football League. And John Good will be talking to Patty with Boyd Watterson. I keep thinking all the different sponsors in my mind, John, but she's really played a big role. And you see the crowd here, they're out there cheering their kids on, doing a great job. I give them credit, man. It's a chilly day, but they're out here.
They sure are, Tim. And some of those guys are players, future players. There's one right there with his Halloween costume on.
Yeah. There we are. They all got their
Monroe All-Stars representing. That's right. Moms, coaches. Just support the Muny community is just a beautiful place to be, especially this time of year, and doing a lot of things, you know, year round.
So 3rd down and 4. They need 4 to pick up the 1st down. Handoff to number 1.
Oh, good spin. Good cut.
Back up the middle.
1st down.
He made that all on his own.
Yeah, Elijah Folks right there from the Sims Raiders. Exciting runner, Tim. And I tell you what, I've been watching this kid out of the side of my eye all year long. And when I'm not looking at him, somebody's always calling me, telling me, man, you should have seen this guy from Sims Raiders. Folks. I said, yeah, I've seen him. And he is very impressive. Folks, as you can see right there from St. Jerome's. He's an 8th grader. This is his last year of Muny football. Sad to see him go.
1st down.
Wow, look at that hole.
Big hole.
Woo!
Hey, that guy's in the wrong field here, John. We need to send him down to First Energy. Get us some little holes down that field.
Yeah, Devion Harris. He knows how to find the hole. He got up in there, Tim, and he just put the wood to the National League All-Star right there, number 25, Eric Jones, who did a good job from Emoji Jaguars to bring him down.
You got to give credit to Ceylon Williams from the Lake Erie Sharks, number 13. He blew that hole wide open before Eric Jones, number 25 of the National All-Stars from Umoja, come up and make the tackle. And we have a timeout called by the National All-Stars.
Yeah, this is a good timeout for them. They're getting blown off the line. We'll take a look at what the coach is saying.
All right. Whoever at the tight end, who's at the tight end to the left? Left tight end. 21. I can't see. Just kick this guy out and go right at him, okay?
Let's go diamond formation, counter toss, sweep left. All right? Everybody get outside. Get outside. Hey.
And again, you're looking at the Cleveland Stallions assistant coach talking about running right by that tight end. Again, that's where the hole was the last time. John, I could have ran through that hole.
Yeah, they've been opening up some big holes for these running backs the last 2 series. They just got to secure the football, Tim. You know, they were able to get it deep into their territory in the 1st quarter before they turned it over. Now, with the rules, you have to switch over the offense. Now you got to get continuity on with this group of young men. So, again, Charles Dorsey, I think, addressing it the right way. Just coming out, letting the offensive line get some tempo, get some confidence, you know, get the quarterback into the game, hand the ball off to the running backs. You got all-star running backs, so you can't go wrong with this group of guys. All of them can get it done.
Our cameraman had just on the sideline had just shown a young man, Edwin Santiago, in the gray sweatshirt and the blue. He's been behind the scenes a lot of all our TV 20 events. We want to wish him a happy birthday today.
All right.
It was his birthday.
Oh, wow, right to the running back.
So we'll get another shot at Ed when he's not looking, because he'll hide from the camera now. But Deion Floyd came up and made that tackle.
Yeah, Davion Harris was able to catch the ball as it goes right through the hands of the quarterback, right to him. He knows what to do with the football. The line's executing the blocking assignment. He just went right up in the hole and got some positive yards to bring it to a 2nd and about 8.
So we got 2nd down and 7. Still no score. Looking to throw.
Oh!
He went up and got it, and he's headed for the house before he's finally knocked out of bounds. But it was Jason Austin with the interception.
Excellent job by Jason Austin. Just a bad pass here by Folks. He got the right guy, but not a good touch on the football. He's got to get it up over the head of Austin, but not able to do so. Austin's a tall kid and with very good hands, as you can see, able to corral it in, and that's a huge turnover as once again the American team was marching down the field.
There's the young man, Jason Austin. He's a 9th grader, honor roll student, runs some track, plays some basketball, and favorite player, Cam Newton.
Not a bad choice.
2nd leading scorer in the league too this year.
Yeah, I just saw that. That explains why he can return that ball back so well.
1st down and 10.
Oh, quarterback draw again. Marvin Conkle.
So it's 1st down and 10. They're going to place the ball.
Marvin did a good job of selling the quarterback draw, driving back for a pass, got the ball up in the air, and when he saw the hole open up on the left side, he went on and took what he could and got out of bounds.
So 1st down and 10 from the 30, and there you're looking at Marvin Conkle, the young man from George Washington Carver, 8th grader. Led the league in scoring with 116 points this year. Looking to throw. Going to throw for the end zone. It's a jump ball situation.
Oh!
They both went up for it. They had the right man back there covering. It was number 13. And it was Silent Williams from the Lake Erie Sharks.
Excellent job by Williams right there, on one of the league's best receivers, and the young man who just made that interception to get the ball back to the Nationals, Jason Austin. Conkle just goes back and wants to give Austin a chance to catch the football. Austin kind of got away with a little push right there. But good job by the defensive back just to knock the ball down. That's all you need to do is get out of that receiver's hands.
John, you always hear about the cornerbacks. You got to have that height. You got to have that speed. There's a young man there that definitely showed the ability to cover and get back and has the speed.
You need it when you're trying to cover a guy like Austin. He's got a very bright future, and we look forward to watching him play football for years to come.
2nd and 10.
Good pass. Good pass. No wrap up.
Yardage.
Oh!
He's in. Touchdown.
Wow.
Number 14 from the National All-Stars. It is Antonio Patterson.
Yep. Another play that the CMA Renegades have been able to execute all season long. Conkle goes back. He does a 10-yard stop. Defensive back misses the tackle, and Mr. Patterson does the rest. He outruns the defense all the way to the end zone. Just great execution on the turnover from the American team.
So they'll go for the extra point here. Austin looks to go right to the hole.
Wow.
He goes right in. Man, that line.
I'm glad you brought them up, Tim. That line has been giving Conkle time to throw, time to execute, and they came off the football, hat on a hat. Give Austin a chance to get in the end zone pretty easy right there.
And a great job by their offensive line. Man, if I'm a high school coach, I need linemen. I'm looking at it right here. Outstanding job. So with 4:15 to go here in the second quarter, the National All-Stars in the navy blue and white lead 7-0. And again, as we mentioned earlier, John will be chatting with Patty Jameson. We also want to tell you, even though the football season will come to an end today, we'll be over at Estabrook Recreation next week, where it will be the Summer Winter Swim Meet Championships in the Division of Recreation right here on TV 20. Got to get another picture of Mr. Santiago. He's hiding from us, Doug.
The birthday boy?
We got to get him. We got to get the birthday guy. They do it to me, believe me, John.
Edwin looking like he's 21.
Yeah, he does. He does a great job for us, all our events. Handoff. Nice job, picked it up and came right up to the 30-yard line. So the American will take over the ball right on the 30, and it was Deshaun Laster who made the tackle, number 52.
Yeah, it's a good job by Aaron Burton right there, just securing the football of Pal 6 Red Dogs and just making positive yards. A lot of times coaches get real nervous when those up men handle the football, but Aaron knows how to handle it.
So the West Side Wolverines.
Oh, big hole. He's holding on that football. He let it go that time. There it is again. Who's got it? Wow, that was close.
They recovered it, John. They recovered it.
They just can't seem to hold on to the football, this American team. They're executing. The line is blocking. They're getting big holes, as you see right there. Poindexter again.
Out there like a loaf of bread, man. You can't put it out there like that.
No, you can't. You can't have it out there like that. He almost lost it the first time. He did lose it the second time. Luckily, his teammate was right there to fall on the ball.
Second down, we'll call it 4.
I think I know what the American coaches are going to be saying at halftime.
There you go again.
Another big hole. There's Poindexter still holding that ball pretty loose.
They've been running behind that left tackle, and they're making big yards. Deion Floyd again came up to make the stop. But I don't know if we'll see the replay here, but that left tackle has been opening up that hole all day long.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Go ahead and run it. Jackson French is back in at quarterback.
It was number 28, John, that made the block.
Good run, Thomas.
Again, Drevon Merritt from the Ohio Cardinals. He's been winning that battle on that side.
He's been doing that all season long, too, Tim.
There it is again.
There it is again.
Cut across the field. And it's another pickup of about 8 yards. And it was Deion Floyd again with the tackle.
Yeah, Davion Harris takes the ball, starts off left, cuts back to the right, and they're chasing him down. And that busy man today, Floyd, in on another tackle.
He does not give up. He came from one side of the field to the other to make that tackle.
Well, he doesn't have any choice when they get to the second level like that.
2nd down and 2.
Yeah, Jackson French still at quarterback for the American team. They run, they run, they run. Now they're in the shotgun. Looks like they're going to try to pass it this time. We'll see what kind of pass they're going to use. Hopefully it's something short in the high percentage. Nope, they had it all.
That's when he get back out here. Hey, take your time out.
So timeout called by the Cardinals. Again, Ralphio Williams on the stop.
Yeah, I thought they were going to pass it here, Tim, but he does. He gives it to his teammate, Davion Harris. They're the split backfield, lined up next to the quarterback. Not able to pick up too many yards. Matter of fact, might have lost some yardage. Looks like it's 3rd down and 10. Or they get the first
they
down.
Did pick up the first down. They
down.
didn't change it on the chain marker. There.
Okay. So they're in good shape to try to score right here with 1:27 left to go.
So 1st and 10.
Take a look at Mike Monroe, coordinator, owner of the Monroe All-Stars. Mike's been around for quite a few years, Tim.
See the sunset come down here in Cleveland. It's definitely fall weather. Football season time in Cleveland. Looking to throw.
He's got a man out there. Oh, he got it.
Intercepted it. Number 14 still on his feet. Finally knocked out of bounds at the 47-yard line. It was number 14, Antonio Patterson.
Wow. That's one guy I don't think I would try to pick on those pass plays, Tim. We know he's got good hands. He just scored a touchdown. Again, going for the long passes instead of trying to use his French's arm in the intermediate routes, which I think would be more helpful to this American team offense. They tried to go deep on Patterson, and he made them pay.
And again, you can see there, it comes out of bounds, and the young man's down on the field. And again, our first aid person that's out there right now, Darian Johnson, certified in the first aid. Also, John, let's talk a little bit about the safety coaches and how that worked this year.
Yeah, it worked out real well, Tim. You know, as a requirement that we placed on our organizations is to have at least one. You have to have one player safety coach who's responsible for making sure that injuries are properly addressed, that the players get the proper attention at the initial time of an injury, and also with the follow-up. But one of the most important parts of the player safety's role is to inform the parents of their responsibilities and duties, which they have a meeting during the training camps with the parents that must be attended by the parents to make sure that they understand how important it is to the league and to the organization, especially the kid, to address the injury as such so that they can get back to the playing field in the classroom as soon as possible. So you're not allowed to participate in Cleveland Muni football unless you have that player safety coach certification on your sideline. And all coaches must go through certification in the Heads Up football program that's sponsored by USA Football.
So first down and 10, 1:15 to go. And on another turnover, the Nationals will take over their ball on the 47-yard line of the American All-Stars. There is a chill in the air. The sun has come down, and it is a chilly night here in Cleveland. Marvin Conkle at quarterback. Looks to throw.
Got a man wide open.
Gonna take it down and run and pick up big yardage. Enough for a first down and much more before he's finally brought down by number 9, Cameron Smith from the Lake Erie Sharks. But it's a first down for the National All-Stars. And they now find themselves on the 32-yard line.
Yeah, Marvin had a couple players wide open, but pressure up front by the American defensive front flushed him out of the pocket. But Marvin knows what to do with the football and took it straight upfield. You know, Marvin was one of the kids that we took down to Florida to compete in the National Flag Football Championship, and he did a really good job down there. Had a great time. It was a once-in-a-lifetime thrill. Tough defense right there. Inside handoff.
Devon Merritt on the stop. Let's let that sound tell us the story.
Trying to scrap and get that football, Tim. A lot of gang tackling going on right there. They're trying to shut this offense down before the half. Might be the last play. Quick strike.
Incomplete pass. It'll stop it with 4 seconds to go. They get another shot here. You have to think they're going to go end zone. Cameron Smith was on the defense.
Yep, I would think so with the receivers they have on this team, the skilled players they have. They will go. I think they'll try to at least get the ball into the end zone.
So 3rd down and 7, which is not what everybody's looking for. You got 4 seconds to go here in the half, and they're at their 28-yard line, so they need to put it in the end zone. I'm a little bit surprised the defense playing up and kind of don't want to let anything get behind you here.
Yeah, that middle is wide open.
They're throwing it deep, but he's back there.
Oh.
It's knocked down. And on the defense, Cameron Smith. So that brings us to halftime here at Collinwood Field, where you've been watching Varsity All-Star Muny football. You're looking at Marvin Conkle.
Oh, hit him right in the hands, too. Wow.
I'll tell you what, John, they call those the Hail Mary passes.
For a reason.
And it's definitely for that reason. And folks, we wanted to tell you about some great information taking place now at all your Cleveland recreation centers. And are called Hot Meals. Again, you have to be a student in school, and you can go to your local recreation centers anytime, usually between the hours of 3:30 and 5. And all you have to be is a student in school. And we want to let you know that this is Monday through Friday during the entire school season. So please take advantage of it. Again, at all Cleveland recreation centers. Folks, we'll be right back with more with John Good and Patty James.
Did you hear about the pony with a sore throat? He was a little horse. Can I tell you a cat joke? Just kidding. Why couldn't the why was the basketball court all wet? Why? because the players kept dribbling all over it. Where did Cavs go on vacation? New York.
All right, welcome back to the Varsity Division Cleveland Muny Football League 2017 All-Star Game, where the National All-Stars taking the lead in the middle of the second quarter with a 7-0 halftime score. I'm welcomed here now by the director of Cleveland Muny Football, Jason Dunn. Jason, how did the 2017 season go for this Varsity Division?
Hey, first off, John, it's a pleasure to be here today. The 2017 season went great. You know, we look at the Varsity Division, we played with 20 teams this year. Our numbers didn't tail off, and you know, in this day and age in football, with player safety, with mothers being concerned about their kids playing contact sports, for our numbers to actually grow in the division this year was a testament to the coaches, to the administrative staff, to all of the hard community work that we do. So, like I said, the 2017 season was great.
I know we started some new things that concentrated on off-the-field activities, not non-football, like the academics and the player safety requirements that we put on the coaches and the league. Want to talk a little bit about that?
Well, you know what? Continuing education. You know, that's one of the things we pride ourselves on with our coaches going through, you know, rigorous certifications, whether it's for USA Football, CDC training, league-administered training. We pull our volunteers in a lot of different directions, and those guys actually respond to it very well. We had more guys out there in the community this year, whether it was impacting kids with feeding them meals, with getting out after the academics, collecting report cards, going on school visits. We got quite a few coaches that actually go around school by school checking grades, and you know, the administrators and the school staff invite the coaches in there to check up on the kids.
That's great. That's great, because it's important to have that standard from one area of their lives to the next, and knowing that the adults in their community, in their world, are communicating and keeping an eye on them. The kids been receptive to it?
Very receptive to it. Like I said, kids, it's a pleasure to see kids come up to you after the first quarter and say, "Coach, you know, I brought my grades up from the fourth quarter. I know you got my fourth quarter report card, but you know, first quarter this year I did a lot better." You know, kids are calling, kids are posting the grades. Parents are proud of the accomplishments, and they're proud of what the coaches are doing as far as holding them accountable.
Good. And we all know how important that is, especially going into high school. A lot of these kids will be attending high school next year, and that's the reason why we see a lot of these high school coaches here, huh?
Yeah, the high school coaches, they're out here, you know, weekly. And like I said, it's an all-star game. You can name the team there in the building today. Matter of fact, you look at the head coach of the American All-Star team, Charles Dorsey, you know, who's an administrator. He's an assistant principal. You look at Mike Hardaway over there, who's in the school district. So you have guys who's very familiar with the school district and how to hold the kids accountable for what they need to do as far as the academic standards.
And, you know, speaking of the coaches that you just highlighted, Dorsey and Hardaway, we have a lot of coaches in our league that are in different professions that really attribute to the kids and their development, don't we?
Now, our coaches are incredible. You say if you look at the daily life of a coach, they get up, they go to work, and these are guys that's working full-time jobs, getting off from work, they're picking up kids, they're dropping kids off. They're putting in countless hours to feeding kids. So you can't put a dollar amount or value on how these coaches impact the kids' life and impact their community. You know, I'm forever thankful for these coaches and volunteers.
That is so true. And I want to thank you and your wife, Stephanie, for the job she does with the cheerleaders, and with you, what you do with the football programs. Welcome aboard in the leadership role, and keep up the good work.
Yeah, thanks a lot. And, you know, I do want to piggyback on that, because without her, none of this is possible. And, you know, I spend, you know, a lot of hours and a lot of time away from the family, you know, trying to put things together behind the scenes. And she's very supportive. And without her understanding and seeing the bigger picture, none of this would be possible. So, you know, I do thank you for highlighting that.
Well, thanks again, Jason, and thank you for joining us here in the booth this halftime.
Thanks, John.
All right. Folks, we'll be right back with the kickoff for today's game of the Varsity Division, where the national team leads the American team 7-0.
Become a professional American Red Cross certified lifeguard today. You must be at least 15 years of age, be able to swim 500 yards nonstop, retrieve a 10-pound weight from the bottom of a pool, and pass a written test. Lifeguard training classes are signing up right now. For more information, call 664-3018. That's 664-3018.
Welcome back to Collinwood Field. You've been watching All-Star action of the Varsity All-Star. Tim Wells with John Good in the house. John, pretty much what we expected to see in the first half happen.
Yep, just shaking out the bugs, getting the rust off, and here we go.
Nice kick, caught by number 12. Going to break to the middle of the field, and he'll be stopped short of the 30-yard line. Again, number 12, the ball carrier, was Mario Yap from the Gunning Park Gators, R.G. Jones, 8th grader.
Yeah, Mario Yap, another one of those Merit Road students, Tim.
Again, folks, if you're looking for more information about the Cleveland Muni Football League, you can always go to their website. It's www.cmfleague.org, and that'll show you where all the organizations are in the city and tell you exactly who runs the programs and who you can contact. It's right there available to you. So even though their season will come to again today, I guarantee you about the first of the year they'll be planning for the next season. That'll be a good time to contact them.
Yeah, come on out and join us. We got year-round sports organizations participating in baseball, basketball, and a lot of great programs in the city as well.
New quarterback, handoff, and he is hit by number 4.
Wow.
And I heard it all the way up here. Travion Johnson from the Cleveland Stallions.
Yep.
Ouch.
Travion's made some plays on offense today, and you can see right there in defense he's no slouch, as running back didn't have any daylight to the left. He cut back to the right and ran right into Mr. Johnson for a minimal gain.
2nd down and 9. At quarterback right now is Rashawn Kennedy from the Broadway Comanches. Honor roll student. Here's a guy. He's a quarterback, but he's also wide receiver. Julio Jones. We talk about that every year, John. They always seem to emulate the position that they play.
Exactly. These kids watch the pros very close. They watch the college guys very close, following their favorite Muni football players that's in the league right now. And that's exactly right, Tim. They like to emulate them.
Handoff, and it was a terrible handoff at that. They nearly lost it. A bad exchange between Kennedy and number 46, Ralphio Williams.
Yeah, the teams are trying to set up their offenses to have the best players in the fourth quarter in case they really have to make a run at this game. So you might see some guys out of position. Rashawn Kennedy, I'm sure he has played some quarterback during the season for the Broadway Comanches, but probably haven't practiced it that much during the short period that they had to practice. So as you can see, Austin's at quarterback now for the Nationals.
3rd down, 12, looking to throw. He's going to roll right, left. Look to throw, nothing. Nothing doing. They went with him and would not let him get outside.
It's a good-looking athlete, Rashawn Austin, but no room to go. The defensive line of the American team, hot pursuit the whole time, as you can see right there, 21, 35, and 64 on him real hard. 21 couldn't quite bring him down, but number 14 for the American team was able to wrestle him to the ground.
That was Thomas Pondexter from George Monroe. We butchered his name a few years ago.
Yeah, Pondexter has been doing an excellent job here today on defense and on offense running the football.
4th down and 9. They're going to go for it. Kennedy back at quarterback. And we got a flag on the play.
Most likely on offense, and that's not good on 4th down. So if I was the Nationals, I would think about punting here.
Legal substitution. Offense. Broke the huddle with 12. 5-yard penalty. Repeat the down. 4th down.
And they're still going to go for it, Tim.
Little bit surprised. But hey, that's why they have these kind of games. Let them just go out there and play. And he's throwing deep. Oh, and nobody near it. His intended receiver was Austin, but he was well covered by number 2 from the American All-Stars. Again, that was Devontae Green from the Ohio Cardinals.
You can see the results of not having a lot of time to practice to get ready for an exhibition game like this, Tim, where they can't institute, it's tough to institute and get the timing on short intermediate routes. The middle was wide open on that play, and it would have been even better if they would have tried to hit the middle of the field and give the runner, the receiver, an opportunity to run and get the 1st down or catch the ball over the 1st down mark. But because of the short time in practice, they're trying to throw everything pretty deep or the short flares to the outside.
So 1st down and 10, the American find themselves in great position. They're on the 30. They hand off and they run behind the right tackle, and a nice run by number 5. And who else? Number 40, Deion Floyd on the tackle.
Yep, Davion Harris again picking up where he left off in the 1st half, just getting up into the hole, looking for a little daylight and getting upfield for positive yards. The key for the American team, again, as you even see Davion running the football, is just holding on to it.
So they pick up another 1st down.
They're going into a hurry-up offense set, Tim, not giving the national team a chance to get set.
So 1st down, we'll put them on the 12-yard line. They can still pick up the 1st. It's not 1st and goal. And they were there that time to put the stop to them. And on the tackle, number 44.
Yeah, it looked like he ran into his tight end. That slowed him down, and then 44 was able to come over and clean him up. Trying again to run a hurry-up offense.
Devontae Floyd on the tackle. I wonder if they're related, Deion and Javante.
Wouldn't be surprised. American team has got to hold on to the football down here. They're in the red zone.
2nd and 12. Handoff. Still with the ball. Still running. Again, a nice run by number 4, John. It's brought down by number 22.
Yep, Travion Harris came in. Travion Johnson's come in with some fresh legs and getting the ball upfield. Some of the Stallions who's been doing runs like this all season long. Got to get the ball in the end zone right here. It's very important to do so and then get that extra point. Got to hold on to the football.
3 minutes to go here, 3rd quarter. Right up the middle, still in. Touchdown! We're 7-6. They're a point from being tied.
Excellent job by that offensive line on that series, Tim. You got to get hats off to those guys. They did a hell of a job coming out smelling that end zone. They smelled it all the way from the 30-yard line when the national team turned it over on downs. Look at that. Look how they're pushing those guys out of the way. He bounced it one way, came back the other, faked out number 28 right there in the hole.
That was Thomas Pondexter from George Monroe. Again, the young man is a 9th grader over at John F. Kennedy. He had a great season for the George Monroe All-Stars.
Good job, Pondexter, but you got to get this extra point.
Hand off. They gave it to him.
Uh-oh,
no
is it?
He did not get in.
Wow. That was close. The one time that they needed that offensive line to really block and block hard, they could not get it in the end zone. This is close, too. Pondexter looks like he has a great second effort right here. Initially stopped by about 3 or 4 American national defenders, but tries to fall forward, but not tall enough to cross the plane.
So Javante Floyd on the tackle.
Again.
So with 2:57 to go, the National All-Star 7, American All-Star 6. So they'll kick off from the 50-yard line. Again, you are looking at Muny football. All-star action. And John, with the holidays right around, we always talk about, well, what am I going to get the wife? What is Santa going to bring me? You know, what are we praying for? But I guess every time when we look at this time of the year, we're thankful for our blessings, and we also are praying that everybody has good health. That's really a big thing with a lot of people today.
It sure is, Tim. And the first prayer and thanks I want to give is for all the families, the Muny football community, for the support that they've given us and the children, the coaches who volunteer their time, their money, and their efforts for 8 hours a day, it seems like, for the last 6 months for these children. It is greatly appreciated.
Tried an onside kick. I don't know if it went to 10, but they did recover it.
Yeah, it'll be Nationals ball. It's Nationals football.
Look at it here.
Yeah, the ball goes through. As long as the offensive team does not touch, the kicking team does not touch the ball at 10 yards, then it's fine. The defensive team, the receiving team can recover the football, and now we're going the other way. It should be the Nationals ball going offense on the field right now. But they'll switch to footballs.
They got a timeout, coach. Coach, they got a timeout.
Giving the national ball out on the offense for the offense.
Timeout. Offense.
Well, folks, while we have a moment here, we do want to remind you that the city of Cleveland offers roller skating and ice skating at their different locations. Again, TV 20 will be back right after the first of the year. We do it every year. The Children's Ice Skating Show over at Halloran Park. Again, ice skating. Again, if you're interested in finding out about the ice skating lessons and the free skate, you can pick up the phone and call 664-4187. On the other side, if you want to put the roller skates on, and John, they got me about, I'm not going to say how many years ago, but they got me on the roller skates over at Zelma George Community Centers. There's a rolling skating rink there. You can call 420-8806. That's 420-8806.
Been a long time since I've been on roller skates, Tim.
Oh man, I'm still trying to recover from that.
But I go back to the Blue Goose days down on 93rd. It was a great time. It was a lot of fun. Roller skating is a great exercise, good for your balance, and it's just a whole lot of fun. Great family event.
Again, TV 20, you see it. We are Cleveland. Again, you've been watching all year long. The Cleveland kids performing on the athletic fields, as well as not just athletics, but in the arts and the swimming, so much more. They are amazing to watch.
Like he trips and falls right there.
You know, we'd be really remiss to look at this replay right here, John.
Yeah, right there. The ball comes out, and he just has to jump on it real quick. He has the ball off the number 46, Jarvion Caleb.
They're just not getting that exchange right, no matter who was at quarterback. Now, Austin's at quarterback now.
Yeah, he seems to be the go-to guy.
Keeper. Gonna try to get outside. Who's on 1 man, goes up, and there is a hit. Whoa. That's Crocklin you're hearing. Travion Johnson from the Cleveland Stallions. Oh, my.
Yeah, right there, number 22, Isaiah Carter, laying the wood on Austin, as you can hear it right here. And that's what you call, folks, pure hustle. Isaiah came all the way from the other side of the field and just hunted down Austin to take him down with the hard hit.
Hand off. This time he's got a hold of it, and he's holding on to it. And he did pick up enough yardage for the first down, so they'll keep the drive alive. And on the tackle, Tom Poindexter and Elijah Flowers.
So now
folks.
So now you got this offense led by Austin, who primarily likes to take the ball under center, just securing it and getting it back to the running backs. Trying to get the ball downfield. They're into American League territory, leading 7-6, but I'm sure they'd love to have another score to lock this game down.
First down and 10. Hand off. Oh, hit. Oh, my Lord.
That's 22 again. Isaiah Carter from the Ohio Cardinals. Ouch. Yeah, he looks fine. The referee's checking him out for player safety, making sure that he's good. So he'll come out for one play. As you take a look at it right here. There's a hard-working kid right there, people. Just want to make sure he's all right. He set out for a play, and I'm pretty sure the coaches will have him right back out there. I know I wouldn't leave him out long, hitting like that.
Second down, we'll call it 13. 1 minute to go in the third quarter. You see it there, folks, 7-6. Team in the blue, the Nationals lead by 1 with the football. Austin's going to carry it on the fake. Trying to get outside, and there is a great tackle in the open field.
It sure was.
It looks like number 2.
A little bit of holding there. Yeah, number 2 on the tackle.
That's Devontae Green from the Ohio Cardinals.
Yeah, Bedingfield got away with a little bit of hold there to assure Austin that corner. But
they don't hold in this game, do they, John?
You ain't trying if you ain't cheating.
You sound like a defensive lineman now, John. Hey, they're holding me, man. Came up, and there's a hit. You talk about defense. 34. Javon Terry from George Monroe.
Yeah, George Monroe is showing up strong today.
So that'll bring us to the end of the third quarter. John Good, Tim Wells in your house. Folks, when we come back, John, we'll have some more football action for them.
Last quarter for the varsity division.
We'll be right back, folks.
What to expect when you're expecting.
Like here?
A teenager.
Today, I'm going to show you how to teen-proof your home. First step, hide the car keys. Preferably somewhere they would never look. Challenges will come up. Be ready for them. Hi, honey.
Ready for the... Mom, you don't use mannequins in the mannequin challenge.
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Welcome back to Collinwood Field. John Good and Tim Wells in the house. And John, last quarter of Muny football action 2017. they surely have not disappointed us today.
No, it's been a great season for this varsity division. The numbers have been up. That participation has been up. And just want to congratulate those coaches and those parents in that division for doing one heck of a job. These players here have been with us, a lot of them, for the last 7 or 8 years of their lives. And it's been a blessing, truly, to watch these young men grow up and develop into wonderful student athletes. And we look forward to seeing them go on to college, to high school and to college in the future.
So we got 4th down, and it looks like 7. And they're going to go for it. Austin at quarterback. And immediately we got a whistle on a false start.
Wow, 4th down, too.
Ouch.
Before the snap, false start, offense, number 34. 5-yard penalty. Repeat, 4th down.
Yep, and that's Darrell Bedingfield from the Renegades. Wow.
And he actually got tangled with his lineman with the feet that made him go down. They're lucky they did not lose the ball there.
Yeah, they sure are, Tim. I mean, I think that's how big the push was on the offensive line. Look how he gets blowed up right there by George Monroe, interior lineman. Trips right over his center's foot as he tries to get the ball to number 72 to run the football, which is Deontay McGee. Deontay McGee wasn't able to field it cleanly, and he lost his footing. So now they have a chance in the national team's territory to get a quick score.
So 1st down and 10, the American, who trailed by 1, would like to go in and score right here. Handoff right behind left tackle. Nice run. Number 5, and bringing him down was number 22. Roderick Williams from East 80 HD Browns.
Yeah, Davion Harris once again just followed that offensive line. Just an off tackle to the left right there. Number 13 got a little piece of his man. Got to stick with him, but enough to get Davion up in that hole to pick up at least 7, 8 yards, 6 yards.
Second down, we'll call it 4. Right behind the center.
Got to hold on that football.
Wow, John, wow. They just carrying it like a loaf of bread out there.
I've never seen it carried so loosely before. It's unbelievable we haven't had more fumbles. But this is the time of the game where you really don't want to get a ball up down by 1 point.
You put that loaf of bread out there, somebody's going to eat it one time. I'm telling you, John.
You got some hungry national players over there, too, that wouldn't mind taking a bite out of it.
1st down and 10. They're on the 38. And nothing doing. The defense. Javante Floyd. And number 52. Deshaun Laster.
Yeah, good job by Laster and Floyd again. Call his name all game long. Did a good job right there as you take a look at Laster.
Second down, we'll call it 14. Timeout on the field by the American All-Stars.
This All-Star team, especially the American team, they have a lot of good runners, hard runners inside the tackles. Just depends on if that offensive line get a hat on the hat. They can get to that second level and make guys miss for a big play, but seems like every time they drive deep into the National League's territory, national team's territory, they end up fumbling the ball.
We're going into the huddle here and hearing what the Ohio Cardinals coach is
Better
saying.
kids in, just double team them. All right? Just double team them. Don't work hard, work smart.
They put him in.
Yeah, anytime those guys in, just take the easy double team. They good, okay? They run around too. Okay? Take the double team. Communication. Okay? Communicate. All right?
Run the flag.
I'll tell you, it's tough in 3 or 4 practices, especially the other thing, folks at home, when they select them, they can't just select their 2 best. They have to have a skilled position player and a line player. Otherwise, you'd have 30 skilled people, nobody to do the blocking.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. And that's the psychology of the coaching of these all-stars, is trying to get players to play in positions that they're not comfortable with.
So 2nd down, looking to throw. Has him open.
Don't stop running.
Oh, he let up, John. He keeps running. He catches that ball.
Yep, he stopped running right at the end of the route. And I don't know why, but again, if the quarterback would put a little air underneath it and dropped it in the bucket, probably would have gave him a better chance to catch the football. But excellent job by the offensive line. A good, clean pocket. And yes, Tim, you're absolutely right. If he keeps running, he catches this football with no problem.
That intended receiver was Jamarian Moore from the Cleveland Warriors. He's an honor roll student over at Archbishop Lake School, 8th grader.
Oh, he had the ball lined up in the wrong line of scrimmage. Ooh. Wow. There's that guy again. Javante Floyd. Kids everywhere. Right here, probably the worst block play of the American team all game long, but it came at the wrong time because that brings up 3rd down and a long 15, 14. 4th down and 13.
So we got 4th down. We're going to call it about, what you say, partner, 14, 15 yards?
Yeah, yep.
This is a big play. They need to pick this up to keep this going.
Yeah, that throw, that toss that barely missed, and then the penetration on the last play has really put them in the hole, and now they got a guy coming on the field walking out late. Offensive guy walking out late, one coming off the field. They need to call a timeout right here. Yep.
So a timeout has been called on the field. We do want to remind you that at the end of today's game, we'll have a presentation of the awards and outstanding player from each team. We'll also be finding out who the coach of the year is in the varsity division. And again, we're going to go into the huddle here one more time to hear what the coach has to say.
If it's open, by all means.
What's up, Cal? All right. Relax. All right. Get your
We gotta
blocks.
give them time back, step up and field. All right. All right. Step up and field them holes.
All we need to do is pick up the 1st down. All right.
I'll say something.
Let's go. All right. Let's go, y'all.
Yeah, go follow me to the touch.
All right, here we go. 4th down. 14, this is the play. They need it. Gonna look to throw. Do it up there and bat it down, and a nice job by number 1, Jason Austin.
Yeah. Yeah, Jason Austin, again, tough person to throw on. Probably one of the best defensive backs in this game. He hasn't had a pass caught on him yet. So good job by Jason Austin, as you're seeing pictured there. East 88th Street Browns. So the ball goes over on downs.
So they'll take over. First down and 10.
They got Jason Austin still at quarterback.
Let's go, D. Slide out. Slide over, Thomas.
He's been mixing it a little bit between Austin and Conkle. And again, they're going to call.
Look like
They're
encroachment.
calling it on the nose guard, Siobhan Rose, jumping off sides.
Before the snap, encroachment, defense number 34, 5-yard penalty. Repeat the down, first down.
How do you jump off sides and you right over the football?
No, that's a good question. We'll have to ask Mr. Rose. How could you jump offside when you're right there over the ball?
We need the ball back,
But he led the league in penalties this year, Javon Rose did.
He led the league in penalties. Wow. Man. There's a distinction you don't want.
First down and 5. Nice run and enough for a first down. His number 46 was the ball carry, was brought down by number 14, Thomas Pondexter.
Yeah, the American team, they had a wonderful chance to get back in this ball game, getting the ball in national territory. Now national team can run the clock out, hold on to the football, and not give it back to them if they continue to keep getting first downs.
Trying to get outside. Wow. Got a lot of speed, but so does that defense.
Good effort by the defense.
There's a nice hit there by Malcolm Morris Jones on that tackle, John.
Yeah, it was, Tim. Just all hustle, too. They just kept putting him down. You see 21 right there, number 12 having right here, slowed him down. And here comes the rest of the game.
And that's a picture tackle right there.
At number 21.
It's a great job, Mr. Jones. Way to go.
Let it out slow. Vaughn, get that breath. Vaughn, get that breath right now. Get that breath.
I imagine they put the ball on the ground on this play. Just run straight at him.
Second down.
Oh, no, another pass.
They're going to throw it deep. Oh, intercepted. And
wow.
Down right there on a tackle by number 10. The Nationals, but John. Okay, it's an all-star game. What the heck?
Yeah,
let's have a little fun.
I was going to question the call, but these guys are having some fun out here. Austin backs up, want to give his teammate an opportunity to catch the football, make a play. But number 13's right there. He's been playing a pretty solid game all game long. Doing some blocking, some running, some tackling.
You know, it might be, I don't know if Johnny ever saw that movie, the Rudy movie, for the Notre Dame kid, where they were supposed to run a play, and they said, come on, guys, we got to get one more in so we can get him in here. I'm wondering if there's somebody out there that's trying to get in this game,
Let me see, which one would it be? I think everybody's played. They'll put French back in the quarterback now. Let's see if they give him some intermediate routes to run, some slants.
He's running for his life.
Those are the times when you just have to throw the football away. You don't want to take a loss down right now. You got to know when to throw the football away as a quarterback. You don't want to take a loss. The one good thing is he was able to get out of bounds to stop the clock, being down by 1 point.
Second down, we'll call it 11.
Again, I can't overemphasize the lack of practice and preparation that you have for games. When you got a talent like French, who can throw the ball and who can have some accuracy, I don't see no reason why, with the proper game plan, that he can throw some outs, some slants, and just march the ball right down the field. Just two-step drop, three-step drop, quick release action.
2nd down 11. They need the big play. 1 score away. They're going to go deep.
Yep.
No. Overthrew his intended receiver.
The middle of the field is wide open.
Oh, man.
He is right here. What French sees is he sees single coverage. He wants to give his receiver a chance to catch the football, but he's throwing it too far. And if I'm him and I want to give my receiver a chance to catch the football, I am not throwing it toward Austin.
Folks, come here.
No way. I'm going to the other side. I'll go to the bottom, to the right, but I would not be throwing it toward Austin, because that ball can be coming back towards you just as fast as he let it go. But they got to get a first down here.
I agree with you, John. He's got to look that receiver off, too, because they're looking at him.
Yeah.
3rd down. Call it 11.
Ooh, wow.
Didn't make nothing there at all. Nothing doing. And they're trying to say, hey, unnecessary roughness here. Number 34, who else? Darrell Bedingfield.
Making his presence known.
You look at it right here. Now, see, he makes this tackle. Now, he's trying to take the ball from him. And it was more 44 throwing him down than 34.
Timeout is called at 2:33.
Yeah.
That's your 4th and final charge timeout.
It was more of Floyd than it was a Bedingfield. But those two guys, again, they've been heckle and heckle. They've been terrorizing offenses all season long, Tim. Giving up no points all season long and just doing a hell of a job during the championship game a few weeks ago. So these guys got a lot of great memories in Muny football. Bedingfield's been an all-star for many years. I've had a lot of fun watching him play.
There's so many, John, so many that we constantly get calls from former players. Hey, do you have that game tape? I want to show my son that I played. You know, there are always a lot of memories are created, but it's because the volunteers and the coaches and the role models that are there, they're giving that opportunity.
Oh, not good.
He's going to fall on it.
Oh my goodness. 4th down. He got to pick that ball up and try to do something with it. I know he didn't want to go in the end zone, but you got to realize it's 4th down and keep that play alive.
So now they're going to turn it over on downs. It'll be 1st down. The Nationals in goal. So this could be the worst case scenario, and it happens right here.
Right, exactly, Tim.
Wow.
And that, I don't know what happened to French the play before. He wasn't in at quarterback. They actually had number 7 in at quarterback that last play when they went with the keeper. So maybe he was hurt, injured, I don't know. But they put him back in on the last play, and the center just snapped the ball over his head.
Down, get down.
1st and goal from the 5. They lead 7-6. They'd like to add to it and put a seal on it. All the way down to the 1, but not in. On the tackle, Devontae Green from the Ohio Cardinals. You can see right here, John.
Yeah, he's diving for it. Didn't quite get it. They're going to hurry up and get to the line of scrimmage. Probably go to quarterback sneak with Austin. And that's where their quarterback keeper. And
he did not get in. He was met again.
This American team showing some pride.
So 3rd and goal Looks like he actually lost a yard. It was Javon Terry that stood him up.
Oh, this American team's got some pride. They got some pride. Oh, wow. Woo!
Not so easy here.
No. That American team is not letting them in on that right side.
That's Thomas Poindexter.
That's a great job by 14 Poindexter fighting off the block and getting up and making the tackle. Excellent effort, young man. Excellent effort. This is character.
So 1 minute to go here in the ball game. 4th and goal.
Don't get caught.
They got one more stop in them.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, he slipped out.
Did he get in? No.
Let's go.
He didn't get in.
All the way down to like the 1 foot line. But what a stop and what a job by the defense.
Wow.
Cameron Smith, Travion Johnson.
You see right here that Austin keeps the ball, a little confusion. He gets outside, but right here, number 9 and number 4 able to force him out of bounds. As you can see, number 4 for the American team, Travion Johnson, was on the goal line. Austin never got across it.
There's the young man, Cameron Smith and Travion Johnson. Those were the two to put a halt to it today.
Cameron Smith's been making plays, trying to hold down that outside all game long. And he came up with a huge play right there. That's what I call character, Tim, and strength. Just a band of brothers working together. They'll remember that goal line stance. Even though they might not come out on top, they will remember that goal line stance.
44 seconds from their own end zone. Throw it to the outside. And it looks like it was caught, and he brings it out to about the 2.
They got to hurry up and line up. If he'd have caught that clean, Tim, that would have been he'd been off to the races. Quarterback's got to get the ball up in the air where he can catch it. See, it's right behind him. He'd have been off to the races. Look at all that green in front of him.
Oh, wow.
He could have missed. Let's make one man miss.
They're going to look to throw.
That's pass interference. That's pass interference on number 14 right there. Yeah, that'll be an automatic first down, and that'll give them some breathing room out of that end zone. Antonio Patterson, the man who has the only touchdown in this game for the National League, was called for pass interference, I'm sure.
What was clearly a penalty. Question, will they call holding, or are they going to call the pass interference here, John? It can be either way, but it does appear they will.
Illegal participation. Defense participating with 12 men. 15-yard penalty.
If it's illegal participation, too many people on the field.
Okay, well, that helps.
So 13 seconds to go.
Sir.
They're coming from the 18. They got the length of the field. They need the big home run play. Oh! Nothing doing.
Yeah, nice little, just a flare pass. Just missed his mark. That's just missed his mark. It's a shame they didn't have more time to practice with this talent on the field, Tim. It would have been a pleasure to see what these coaches would have came up with as far as offensive plays, because this middle of the field's been wide open. See right there, just draws back and throws. He's got to climb a ladder to catch that football.
2nd down, 10, 9 seconds to go in the ball game. American in white trail by the 1. They're looking to throw. They throw deep. Middle of the field, batted down.
He got clobbered, too.
Yes, he did. 3 seconds to go. Jason Austin was back on the defense. You know they're going to put him back there and play center field. This should do it right here, folks.
Yeah, right here you see on the instant replay, guy coming in on and caught him with his arm up in the air, and he wasn't able to put everything on that he wanted. Here's a guy with an arm who can throw the ball, and he's going to overshoot everybody again, too. 1-point victory. Hard-fought game by both teams. Great display of talent.
Yes, it was. It was definitely an opportunity to look at some of the premier kids that'll be going into high school football in 2018. Folks, when we come back, our league director, Jason Dunn, will be on the field for the presentation of our outstanding players as well as Coach of the Year. We'll be right back.
Become a professional American Red Cross certified lifeguard today. You must be at least 15 years of age, be able to swim 500 yards nonstop, retrieve a 10-pound weight from the bottom of a pool, and pass a written test. Lifeguard training classes are signing up right now. For more information, call 664-3018. That's 664-3018.
Welcome back to Collinwood Field. You've been watching Varsity All-Star action, and right now we're going to go down to the field with Jason Dunn, our league director, for some special awards. Jason?
We're down on the field now after an exciting finish to the 2017 Cleveland Muny Football League Varsity All-Star game. It was a tough-fought game today, a game in which the national team came out on top, 7-6. That tells you how close this game was. All right, standing with me, I got the 2 all-star head coaches today. First, I'm going to start off with American League head coach, or American Conference head coach, Charles Dorsey from the Ohio Cardinals. Hey, it looked like you had a game plan to come out, you know, run the ball down. You had a pretty strong offensive line. You had a full display of backs. I mean, every back that touched the ball looked to be, you know, beast on the field. The guys ran the ball real well. And I know, you know, you got quarterbacks, you got to satisfy these guys' needs too, so you got to toss the ball around a little bit. Kind of tell me about the experience of going through all-star practice in this group of gentlemen you had.
I mean, we had a great group of gentlemen out there. It's hard to try to get everyone involved and, you know, get them the opportunity. And, you know, we had a selfless team. They wanted everybody to get out there and get the opportunity. Of course, we had a strong offensive line, and we wanted to be aggressive. Just trying to, in a short amount of time, trying to put together an offense, you know, and being able to execute it. It's kind of tough, but we were able to do it today.
Okay.
Just didn't come out on top, so.
All right. Right. I'm going to toss it over here to Coach Hardaway from CMHA, your national division head coach. Head coach. All right, this is an all-star game. Who told you guys to play defense today? You usually don't get this much defense played in the all-star game. You guys were strong up front. You guys, you know, came back. You know, they struck first, and you guys, you know, came back and you played strong. You had a host of quarterbacks that ran the ball real well. Your line blocked real well. But it was about that defensive line and those linebackers. Kind of tell me about the defense and how they set the tone for you guys.
Well, you know, Coach Eli, we had a short week of practice. Coach Eli really got those guys ready to play. You know, it's kind of hard when you blending a lot of different players into one system, but this was a great game. What you see in display here is some of the best players in Northeast Ohio. You're going to read about these guys in the paper real soon as they enter high school.
Okay, we definitely got a great group of guys back here. I want to first off say thank you guys for participating in the All-Star game. Congratulations on your road ahead. A lot of you guys, this will probably be your last game playing football. For most of you guys, it'll be high school. So whatever you guys do in life, stay on the right path. Keep your heads up. Listen to your coaches. Always listen to your coaches. Those guys always got your back. And when you guys do reach great heights, reach back and never forget where you came from. Okay, next, I got a few specialty awards here. All right, first, I'm going to start off with the defensive MVP award for the All-Star game. We got a kid who had 4 tackles, had a huge stop on the goal line. With 4 tackles, he participated in a championship game this year from the George Monroe All-Stars, Thomas Pondexter. Mr. Pondexter. Once again, I talked about defense, and you guys really played strong on defense. They got the ball on the 1-yard line. You guys were able to hold. You came up with a few monster stops down there. You seem to be always around the ball. Tell us about your experience with this group of guys this weekend.
Man, I don't know what to say. For real, I don't know what to say.
Was it a fun group of guys?
Yeah, it was fun, funny, cool.
Okay, so did you get a chance to know any of these guys? Get a chance to make some new bonds, some new friendships?
Yeah, I knew a couple of them, but.
Okay. All right, so now for our next specialty award, we're going to go to on the offensive side. This guy had 61 yards rushing, had a 30-yard touchdown pass, and he also participated in the championship game this year. From the CMHA Renegades, quarterback Marvin Conco. Marvin, I'm about to come up with a new nickname for you. I'm going to just call you Mr. Hardware, because it seemed like you're collecting all the hardware this year. You know, tell us about your experience this weekend and what you've been through to get to this point.
Hard work. I met a lot of people, new friends, and I didn't even know I was gonna win. I thought it was gonna be Antonio.
So you seem to be pretty excited. Now I'm gonna ask you this question again. Where you going to high school?
I don't know.
Okay. We'll put him on spot. Okay, so this is the season for giving, and this is the Cleveland Muny Football League. And around the holiday times, we like to give out gifts. All right, so right now, I'm going to present our 2017 Cleveland Muny Football League Coach of the Year Award. I'm going to first talk about the commitment and dedication that our coaches give and the amount of impact and work they do in their communities. This coach, since he's come in the league, I watched his program grow over the years. They've bounced around a little, field to field, site to site, but never lost focus and never lost the vision and always stayed intact with whatever community they were at. A true community leader, a true gentleman, a great friend, a great father, and a great Cleveland figure. Ohio Cardinals director and varsity head coach, Charles Dorsey. Charles Dorsey. It's been a long road for you guys.
Very long.
I know your program endured a lot. You've been through a lot. And to watch the step that you guys took this year and just see the impact that you guys have in the Glenville community and the following you guys have. You know, we take it back, you know, the uniforms, the mascot, you know, just everything that you guys bring. You bring life to the league. And I want to first off tell you from the Cleveland Muny Football League and from the city, we appreciate you. We appreciate everything that you do for this league and for all the children that you service. All right. So you got anything to say, Coach?
First of all, Man, it's been a long 7 years. You know, I want to thank my wife, she's been a big supporter of me, man, of my dream, you know. She sacrificed a lot so that I can run around with a bunch of kids that aren't even mine. I don't even have any boys. I got all girls, you know, and I'm out here, you know, working with these kids, and, you know, I want the best for them, you know. I just appreciate the opportunity to be able to even be in the Cleveland Muny League, be able to have my own organization and be able to, you know, provide for these young men and women, you know, every day that we serve. You know, that's what I strive to do, and that's what I'm going to continue to do. You know, it's just, I don't know, man. It's just, I appreciate all the kids that, you know, put their faith in me, that have put their faith in me the last couple of years, you know, and we're just going to continue to work hard and continue to grow, you know.
All right, well, thanks a lot, Charles Dorsey. Your story and your vision is a true testament to what Muny football is all about. So I want to say thanks a lot, and I want to toss it back up to Tim.
Well, there you have it, the post-game ceremonies at Collinwood Field. Again, you've been watching Varsity Football All-Star Actions. Again, before we leave, we want to remind you that next week, TV 20 will be back, and we'll be over at Estabrook Recreation for the winter swim meet. But before we leave, it was definitely a day for Cleveland young teenagers here at Collinwood Field. Again, we're going to take a look at some of the faces, some of the great plays that all made it part of the 2017 season. So for John Good, I'm Tim Wells. Have a great night, everyone. Good night.
Yeah, I think it's on there. I see that.
Don't work hard, work smart. Get that ball!